What up? It's dark in here, huh? What's up, y'all? It's your boy Charles. So Johnathan Majors and Johnathan Majors is now getting ready to get married to Meagan Good, which is dope. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. You know, it's kind of sad how his career. I was just thinking about him, man. I was like, damn, how the hell you was in, like, he was the talk of the town at one point. Right before that shit came out with him and the white girl he was dating. He was the talk of the town. Like, he was on magazine covers. He had 3 or 4 Marvel movies lined up. Like, women were fawning over his body. And then one white woman says, you pinched me. All that shit went away. He pinched the white woman and all his career is gone. I think that's just sad. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, now you got to start from scratch again. Like, I haven't heard about him. Have y'all heard about him doing any other movies coming out with him in it? Has anything came out with him? I haven't heard anything about him having any movies coming out. Ever since that thing came out and that trial went down, well, I think his management company and everybody dropped him. But he did an interview with TMZ saying that he's hopeful that he'll start, acting again. He got a couple of projects that he's talking to a couple of people, a couple of studios. So I think they're gradually may let him back in, but it's not to the effect that he had when he was like, before that whole thing went down with him and his ex, and she low-key made it out to be more than what it was because she wanted to destroy that man's career. I think they was having some problems leading up to the fight that went down, and I think that was in New York, right? They had that little scuffle, and he was running away from the woman, and they still was like, nah. That's what I'm saying. They, a lot of times these companies that drop him, they low-key want to drop him because he messing with a white woman. A lot of times that has something to do with it. They be having animosity towards this brother messing with our women. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them have that kind of mindset too, low-key. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I don't know if he'll be back to the extent that he was when he first came on the scene. He had Lovecraft Country, which people loved that show. That show was it was well shot. The way it looked, the costume, like it was a beautifully shot TV show because it was on HBO. Beautifully shot. I tried to get into it. It had Journey Smollett in it, which I think she's a phenomenal actress. She's a really good actress. But she's been acting since she was like 8, 9 years old. She was acting since she was a kid. She played his love interest, I think, on the show, right? Yeah. I was trying to get into that show. I just couldn't get into it. They were trying to be too artistically deep with it. Just tell the damn story. I hate when they try to be artistically deep instead of just telling the story. They got to be all, they have to put these subliminal messages and little things in it, and you have to look it up and figure out what they meant. I hate when they do. Just tell the damn story. Shit. We don't know what's going on in your damn head when you wrote this shit. Just tell the story, And that's what frustrated me about Lovecraft Country, is because I was trying to get into it and they would have certain parts I just couldn't, But it did reflect on a lot of how times were for black people back then. Like the part when they were trying to get out the town before, I guess, these white folks got them or something like that. I was like, damn, black folks back then were literally being hunted. You in the wrong place, you could be shot just on GP. Like, they were literally hunting black people back then, and it was legal. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they do it now, but they mask it like we have rights and you can't do it, but they do it now, with the police department. That's always been the case. But I feel like back then they had freer reign. It was like, you see a black person and he cough for him, you just blow him away. You know what I'm saying? But apparently Meagan Good and Johnathan Majors are getting married, that's who he should have been. But she already been married before, right? Yeah, she was married to the pastor. See, that's the whole thing. That's one thing about me, man. I can't do something that, if I'm with a woman and I want to marry her or have a kid with her, I want it to be her first time too. Her first marriage, her first kid. Because I want to share in that joy with my woman. You never had a kid. I never had a kid. So this is our first child together. Like wow, like, we both nervous. We don't know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? But we both are in love and we got this child we're getting ready to have. That's exciting. You know what I'm saying? If a woman I talked about this before. I had a friend told me, he said, dude, I had a friend, I told this story before. He told me, he's like, man, Charles, I know you don't have any kids, man, but I know you've been waiting all this time. But if you decide to want to have a kid, make sure you have it with a woman who don't have any. I know it's probably gonna be hard to find one at our age, but dude, make sure you just find a woman that doesn't have any kids to have a kid with her, because he told me when he had his first child with a woman who already had 2 kids. So by the time he came around to him having his kid, she was like, whatever. Like, she had already been through it twice, and she kind of downplayed it. He all excited and everything, and she's like, whatever, I've been through this before. It's his first kid, so that's why he all the way he is. And she kind of was like, blowing this, like, whatever. This, you know what I'm saying? He said it sucked the air out of his excitement because she already had been through it, you know? So he was like, he just wished that he would have waited and had a kid with a woman that didn't have any kids. That way, it didn't suck the air out of the excitement when he, sharing the experience of a first child being born. You know what I'm saying? And it was a boy. It was my friend's first son, his first kid. He like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, yeah, whatever. I got 2 other ones, so it ain't no big deal. And he said it kind of killed the moment for him. So he always told me, he's like, man, when you have a kid with a woman who don't have any kids, man. That way it doesn't, it doesn't take away from the experience because she's already been through it. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with marriage. You want to marry somebody like Meagan Good had already been married already to that pastor guy. It got divorced, and then now here she is again getting married. It's like, I don't think Johnathan Majors has ever been married before. I think this is his first time being married, right? I don't think he's been married before, right? I mean, I'm just assuming, but I'm thinking he ain't never been married before. This is his first kid. So it's like, you want to share first marriage. So you want to share these experiences with somebody who has never been through that experience before. So y'all can both bask in the moment. Somebody that already been through that thing, that been through those life-changing situations, it just kills it, You know what I mean? And like vice versa, I'm pretty sure for a woman who doesn't have kids, she would want to have a kid with a man who don't have 3 or 4 baby mamas, already done had his teenagers and all that stuff. So when it comes time to sharing the experience, they both can kind of feel a certain way about the situation. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. That's just me putting my opinion on Johnathan Majors' situation with Meagan Good. She still look good though. Meagan Good is like around my age, so I think she's a little bit younger than Johnathan. So she still looks. And good thing about it is Meagan Good don't have any kids. Now, can she have kids at her age? She's in her 40s now. I think in her mid 40s. So it's like, can she have kids now? But I think she's like 42, 43. It's possible. My mama had me at 46. And she was not expecting me to come along. I was an oops baby. My mom was not expecting her dad. They had my sister already. Me and my sister are 11 years apart. So my sister was like 11 years old when I was born. You know what I'm saying? So, my mom and my dad, they thought they was done. And then boom, here I come. You know what I'm saying? I was an oops kid. So maybe they still can, maybe Johnathan Majors don't want, maybe both of them don't want no kids. Everybody ain't supposed to be a parent, man. I'm telling you, my mom used to always say that. Everybody ain't supposed, they used to look at my mom was so wise beyond her years. She would say every woman, every man ain't supposed to have no kids. We just think, oh, you're supposed to reproduce if you're a heterosexual person and bring your seed forth. But my mom was like, everybody ain't equipped to be no father. Everybody ain't equipped to be no mama. That's why they need to take precautions so they don't have any. You know, if you ain't supposed to have them, don't have them. You know, my mom used to always say that. My mom used to always say she wish she didn't have all the kids she had. She said that shit is not fun. She said it's cool to have. It has this cool, sweet moments. She said, but she said that shit is hard raising kids. My mama raised 4 kids. You know what I'm saying? 3 boys and 1 girl. My mama said it's hard. She was like, I wish I would have just had maybe 1. And been, you know what I'm saying, raised that 1 and been good. And then, you know, which is my brother. That probably would have been my brother Milton, because he's the oldest. So my mom would have had her 1, and she could have raised him, been done, still been young enough to, you know, I guess enjoy life, you know, and still have some youth, you know. But I never felt lack of love with my mom. My mom loved, you know, stayed on my ass, stayed on my sisters and my brother's asses. So, you know, I definitely felt loved by my mom and my dad. But yeah, I just wanted to chime in about that, man. I just hope old boy get his career back, because I think Johnathan Majors is a phenomenal actor. He's very believable in movies that he's in. You know, he's very believable. He has that Denzel factor to him where he can be taken seriously as a very serious actor. But I don't know, man. I don't know if Hollywood gonna let him back in. You know, he might have to go the Tyler Perry route and be in a hit film with Tyler Perry. Hope, you know what I'm saying? But you got to just make sure that if you do a Tyler Perry and come through that route, that Tyler Perry puts him in a good movie. Don't put him in no quick trying to get wrestling out movie that people gonna clown on the internet later. You know. But I don't know. I don't think he probably don't want to go that route. He probably wants to just get back to the spot that he was in with the major film studios, Marvel and Paramount and all those guys like that. You know, HBO and all them. He wants to get in good with them. But I don't know, man. Once they drop you, man, it's kind of hard to get back in, especially when you're a black man, black heterosexual man. You know, it's kind of hard to get back in that great, and then, you know, and then you done did something to one of their women, quote unquote, which he didn't, but not in their eyes, he did something when he got with one of them. You know, when he got with one of their women, to them. You know, that's a violation right there. You know, people say, well, people don't have that mindset no more, Charles. You thinking old school. No, they still got that mindset. Well, they don't like for us being with their women. They still have that fucking mindset. If they have the mindset to be racist, they can have the mindset to, you know, have some kind of problem with you messing with their women, you know. Unless it's overweight. Unless it's an overweight white woman that they don't mind you taking a woman that they don't want. Like if you was messing, you know what I'm saying? If you messing with one of they undesirables, oh yeah. Oh, it's a beautiful couple, you know what I'm saying? They don't care. Oh yeah, take her. Shit. You can't. You know what I'm saying? But if you messing with some of they cute petite ones that they would mess with, and you walking down the street with one of them, that's when they have a problem. You know what I'm saying? That's when the problem comes in. You know. The whole thing happened with old boy, what's his face? And then also, yeah, I was gonna say, don't take a white woman from a white man and you black. Oh Lord. Oh hell. Like that whole thing happened with old boy, what's his face? What's the dude, the coach for the Boston Celtics? He was cheating on Nia Long. I forgot his name. He got like a Muslim name, I think, like that. And he was cheating with the married white woman at the Celtics. And then they both got busted. They fired him, but she got to keep her job. Why you gonna fire me and then not fire her? Because he was messing with somebody's wife that was the same color as them. You know, you don't do that. And she was cute. You don't do that. You don't do that. Nah, you don't do that, sir. You don't mess with one of ours and then, nah, brother. And she cute. So that's why he was able to lose. He lost his coaching job, and she's still with the Celtics. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, it's me going off my little rant about Johnathan Majors and Meagan Good. Congratulations on them. You know, congratulations to. I was gonna say something else, but I forgot. Congratulations to them and their union. Hopefully they can make it happen, and make it last, you know, because I don't know how long her last marriage didn't last too long. How long? I feel like it lasts at least, what, 4 years, right? I don't know. I could be wrong, but I felt like her marriage to the preacher dude, to the pastor cat, that didn't last too long, you know. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. Talk to y'all later.